Welcome back to the Paranormal Review, and today we have a video called Close Encounter of Real Bigfoot Filmed, Idaho, USA, 2012, HD. Now, I can't find an original uploader from this, but NVTV put it up and did some enhancements, or maybe it was already enhanced, I'm not sure. But the description says, this footage was filmed in 2012 by high school students while doing some research project for school out in the woods. As they were conducting their work, one of the students noticed something dark in a mountaintop, and the other student quickly pulled out his camera to film a few seconds before the dark creature disappeared. They decided to check it out and climbed up the mountain to see what it was and found a 14-inch footprint. This was also featured on the TV show Monster Quest. Okay, now what I want to know is, why didn't they turn the video camera back on and record that 14-inch footprint or record their journey up to the top of the mountain? If I had seen a Bigfoot, I might actually investigate further with the camera or with it on, or at least have it available to capture evidence at the top. I'm going to turn the audio down because it's just really annoying music. There's no actual audio of the people talking, which is also kind of suspicious. Not suspicious, but it's just easier to cover up a hoax that way. Okay, so it starts out, they're at the bottom of a very tall mountain, and then all of a sudden they see the creature on top of the hill. So as you can see, it does the typical Patterson-Gimlin arm wave, and then it disappears behind the big pine tree. Now, I have a couple problems with this. The creature does look pretty cool, and does look really interesting. My main problem with it is, well, let's watch it stabilized, okay? It looks pretty large. I mean, from not far away, for that creature to be at the top of the hill, it looks pretty large. Unfortunately, there's not any way to judge that, and it could just be, because we're using a zoom lens, which enhances and makes things look bigger than they really are as you zoom in on them. Okay, I mean, the arm looks pretty big, but in reality, who knows how big that really is? There's nothing really next to him that we can judge the size by. And they are zoomed in quite a bit, so. Now they're going to zoom in and slow it down. I'm going to get to my observation here in a second, guys. I just want you to watch the whole film first, and then we'll get to that. See, it does that typical Patterson-Gimlin arm swing, which, is kind of a double-edged sword. And on one side, if that is how Bigfoots really walk, then that gives it more credibility. On the other hand, if that's just what people have heard Bigfoots do, and they use that in all these hoax videos, because that's what a Bigfoot is supposed to do, it can also hurt and make it harder to tell the real ones from the fake ones, if that's what they really do. But we've seen plenty of videos that we think, or at least I think, are legitimate, where the Bigfoot does not do the arm swing. Yet people will say that I'm wrong on the real ones because they don't do the arm swing, and then I'm judging fake ones to be fake. When I think, we all have our different opinions. But don't discredit something just because they don't do the arm swing, and don't think something's real just because it does the arm swing. Okay, enough of this. We watched it enough times. Let's go back to the beginning real quick, okay? Okay, look how tall this mountain is, okay? I mean, I can't judge how far away this thing is, but it looks pretty dang far away. It looks like this hill goes down, comes back up, and they're standing on kind of a little bit of a hill that's a little bit lower than where this drops down into. I mean, that looks a good 200 to 300 feet, maybe even 400 feet away. How do they see the creature right before it goes into the trees? Okay, these are my suspicious points, okay? It's so far away, and the camera turns on and pans to it right in the best moment, right before it disappears, that you can't get any better of an observation, okay? Why didn't they get it over here? Why didn't they get it right here? Did they just happen to look up right at that moment and see this very small creature from where they're standing, behind bushes even, all of a sudden be walking back in there? Or did they tell their friend to go up in there and to go walk to right here and then start walking so that they'd have enough footage to make it look good, but not enough footage to tell that it was a fake or a hoax, right? If it was over here in the snow area or back in here, not behind those bushes, we might be able to see it a little bit easier. Okay, let's zoom in just a little bit, okay? See what I'm saying? It shows up right here. Even if it would have walked through right here, we could have got a better picture of it, what it looks like. But instead, it shows up perfectly right here, behind these, these branches, these little shrubs, and then it walks behind these pine trees, and then the video ends. Okay? So is that just because that's when they very first spotted it, or had they spotted it earlier over here somewhere and then decided to film it, but filmed it a little bit too late? Or is that I don't know. It just looks so far away that it's hard for me to believe that they actually saw this creature on top of the hill without knowing it was already there. And the second thing is if they actually really got like these big footprints in the up there, how did they get up there in this thick snow? Did they have snowmobiles? Did they have a way up there that it wasn't all snowed in? Did they really go up there? They have no evidence. They have no pictures. They have no video of the footprints that are supposedly 14 inches long, and that snow looks pretty thick. So how did they get to the top of that mountain? Okay. Also, footprints in that thick of snow, they're not going to just be on the surface. There's going to be a leg hole, and the footprints are going to be at the very bottom. Did they stick a measuring tape down into the very bottom and measure that? I don't know, guys. Anyways, this is my opinion about this video. I'm pretty sure this one's just a hoax because of how far away it is. I don't think it's possible that they really noticed a thing behind the bushes that far up the hill to get the camera on and start recording it. The creature's just that far enough away that it's just perfect to see it for a second, and then it disappears, and then there's no reason why the camera stops other than it disappeared, which gives them a good exit plan, a good exit strategy. But why do they start filming in the first place unless they already knew it was there? I mean, it's possible that it hollered at them, but then again, why isn't the audio there showing the Bigfoot doing a yelp at them or something, right? Anyways, guys, until next time, please subscribe. We'll talk to you guys later, and don't forget to check my survival channel out. Thanks a lot.